Today on This Old House, we are replacing the old brick trip hazard stairs.
And we want to make sure we use the right material because we have to fight this New England weather.
Williamson College of the Trades takes young men and it gives them an education, teaches them a trade, and sends them out into the workforce with no debt. Hi there, I'm Kevin O'Connor and welcome back to This Old House and to our Old Victorian here in West Roxbury, where we've got a lot going on today. We're going to be putting in a new steel cable railing system out back. I'm going to have to meet with the homeowners to make some decisions about the wood floors, but first Mark and Jen are out front transforming that area.
And as you can see, our front porch steps have already been demoed. And we had risers of all different heights. The first one was 6 inches, the second one was 8 inches, the third one 7, and believe it or not, going into the house, we had a 3-inch step.
Yeah, that was brutal. Today, we're gonna build a new set of front steps that are naturally easy to get in and out of the house. Let's head into downtown Boston to get a little inspiration.
That sounds good, let's go.
Okay, Mark, check out these granite steps. We're at the Massachusetts State House, and the design element just pulls you in. You have these nice, long, wide stairs, and that goes in, it narrows, and it really welcomes you to the house. I really love that there's a slight curve, and it makes me feel like I want to go up the steps.
Right. For all those reasons, Jen, I think granite for the State House was a perfect choice. Over in West Roxbury, we actually have a few choices. We have wood, concrete, or a natural stone. The extreme weather that we get around here is going to affect whatever we put in. So the granite, for me, I think it's the product we should use.
I totally agree with you.
All right, one thing I did want to show you, I noticed a set of stairs on my way in.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay, Jen, these are the steps.
Okay.
I can see you slowing up a little bit,
my knees
trying
are a
to
little...
get some balance there.
Well, they feel different, right?
Right.
So like my foot almost is caught on the edge. The
Right.
riser is different. To me, they're not as comfortable as a step that I normally would do.
Right, I get it. So there's actually an equation with that. We got the riser at 6 inches, and then you measure the tread, which is about 14 inches. That gives us 20. Now the scale of a comfortable step is anywhere between, say, 18 and 19 inches.
You're adding the rise and then the run, and that calculation gives you a comfort zone.
Right. If we're at 20, we're a little bit out of that comfort zone.
Right. I think these steps were intentionally designed to slow you down as you come into the Boston Common, right?
I get that.
So you get to the bottom of the steps, it was a different cadence. It makes you stop your head, you look up, you turn around, you try to figure out where you're going. And then vice versa, when you get back up to the top, there's a very busy street. And so as you are mindful as walking up the steps, it takes a pause at the top.
All right, Jen, now that we've decided on the material, granite, and we know what makes a comfortable step, let's get over to West Roxbury and get going.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so we've excavated this area. It was all one big concrete pad. To achieve our new walkway going in at the right level, we had to cut that pad. The remaining pad stayed in place, and that will act as our footing. And then on top of that, we put the 3/4 inch crushed stone to get at the grade we want to be. And we want to achieve the 7-inch riser. How do we get there?
Okay, well, I have my gravel set at about a little less than 28. And that's going to allow me to put a bed of mortar down around the entire rim. That's going to allow us to level stuff off if we have to.
And then the end pieces will be these. These will be the returns on the side. And then the cement block will be there to contain the back because we're going to fill the center with crushed stone.
Right. So if we do it properly and everything works out great, second step goes in easily, third step goes in perfectly, and we're done.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Mark, these steps look great.
Thanks, and check this out. 7,
Boom.
11.
Makes 18.
Makes 18, so that puts us right in that zone for a very comfortable step.
Right, that comfortable walking cadence.
Exactly.
All right, so, I mean, this is such an improvement to this site.
Big
So
time.
next up, brick walkway.
Let's get it.
All right.
As you can see, all of the board and plaster is up, and it's on the old walls as well as the new, because a lot of them have been moved around. This is a great example right here. Bathroom used to be there, now it's here. Used to be a little kitchen pantry, now we've got a coat closet. And as all these walls moved around, well, it left us with a little bit of a flooring dilemma. It looks like this is the original floor, maybe fir. That's about 3.5 inches wide, runs front to back. And then at some point, they went left to right, overlaid it with a, what is that, 2¼ inch oak. Well, now that the walls are all moved, we've got to figure out what stays, what goes, and that's a flooring decision for our homeowners. Hey guys.
Hey, Kevin.
So, yeah, you guys got to decide, I guess. Deliandro needs to know what direction to go in.
Yeah.
You got some samples that you brought?
Yeah, we got a few options over here. Got like 4 different options. Option number 1 would be keeping the existing red oak that they have in the house. So we sanded down part of the floors and put like a finish coat on top of it.
And so that's up until this point right here?
Yeah, exactly.
Existing.
That's existing.
And then this?
Same 2¼ red oak with a little coat of poly on it. So you can see that it's slightly different. And then right here we got a plain saw cut. That's a 4-inch white oak.
Okay.
Option number 3 would be a 5-inch pre-finished white oak.
Gotcha. So that's pre-finished there.
Yeah, exactly. And then option number 4 would be a plain saw, 4 inches white oak as well.
Okay, so 4 different options. And essentially, if we go with option 1, you're talking about using what's here in about half of the downstairs, and then Deliandro can feather in new stuff, refinish the entire first floor, try to match it as best as you can. That's
Exactly.
sort of the first option?
Yeah, that would be the first option.
And
then
it's probably the cheapest, given the fact that we got like 60% of the first floor already down?
Exactly, yeah, that'll be the cheapest route to go with this. And then we have like to replace the floors, it'll be twice as much the cost of patching and refinish the existing product that we have.
So you guys have changed walls. You're actually changing the orientation of the room. I mean, one thing that we always think about is, you know, if you do a whole new floor, you don't have to live with it going left to right. You know, you can now flip the orientation of your new floor to make it go front to back if that's important to you. Mm-hmm. Derek, you get that idea of, you know, longer rooms, bigger spaces.
All about flow.
All about flow. Yeah. But, you know, that means you got to go with a new floor. What do you guys think? I mean, what are you thinking when you look at this?
Well, my heart is going with the new. I like the wider board. I like the color. I like the fact that if we choose to, we can change the orientation. But my head is saying 100% more is a lot more money, and I think we have to stick with the existing.
She's rational, huh? Cerebral, okay.
Yep,
what about you, Derek?
that's right.
What are you thinking?
I think we might be able to get away with saving some money by just continuing the existing with this adjusted finish.
So you're going with your head too?
Sometimes I got to do that as well. It's part of my job as an architect. Is, you know, money is real.
Yeah, money is real. Well, sounds like a decision. Sounds like you're starting to work with what you got.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the decisions because it lets Deliandro keep working, so thank you.
We appreciate that.
We've been talking about the shortage in the building trades with our Generation Next initiative for about 5 years. But here in Media, Pennsylvania, there is a unique school that has been doing their part for over 130. Williamson College of the Trades takes young men from difficult backgrounds and it gives them an education, teaches them a trade, and sends them out into the workforce with multiple job offers and no debt.
The school was founded in 1888 by Mr. Williamson when he saw young men on the streets in Philadelphia, you know, that didn't have any direction, any purpose in life. And so he said, I want to found this school and I want to make it free to those that go. I want them to be able to learn a trade, get an education. Moral and religious development and growth is part of that, and athletics and recreation to become a useful, respected member of society.
And so why only men?
I believe that that single-sex environment, that all-male environment, really helps our guys be successful. You know, that brotherhood, that camaraderie, just the confidence that they develop.
When I see the guys line up for the flag raising in the morning and they got their jackets and their ties on, it fools you a little bit into thinking that they've got everything they need. A lot of them come here and don't have anything they need.
That's right. You know, we recognize that most of the young guys coming here do not own a coat and tie, and we tell them don't go out and try to buy something like that, because when you come here, you know, that is our standard, coat and tie. You know, at morning lineup, at meals, I mean, you know, in academic classes. But we have great people that donate all that stuff. And so young man can come in, you know, and take whatever they need out of the clothes closet so that they can meet the standard.
What's the academic program like here?
We have math, we have English, we have science, we have all of the college courses that any other college would have, but all of those courses are specific to the different trade area. So for example, our power plant students would get lots of calculus, and then our horticulture or landscape management students, they would actually get more geometry and things of that nature, because they need that information in order to actually go out and do design work for landscape and construction management.
As part of the school's leader development program, seniors and freshmen are paired together to better learn how to run a job site and work as a team.
Each senior runs a small crew on campus. We each take care of our own areas. So I take care of all the trees on campus, so I'll run the tree crew. When I was a freshman, you know, came in, you know, a lot to learn. Still a lot to learn as a senior. You know, there's always stuff to learn, but know a lot more now and have the ability to kind of pass along that knowledge to, you know, people that come, you know, below us.
Hey Ray, good to see you.
Kevin, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Doing great.
So what do we got going on here? What's this project?
So we got 4 freshmen right now, just working on repointing the surface of the brick of the building.
You're a senior?
Yes, sir.
So you the foreman?
I am. I'm the foreman for the week.
How's that feel, running the crew?
It's challenging, but it's fun, you know, because I hold that responsibility that I never really expected myself to hold.
Yeah.
And once it's done, you step back. Like I ran that crew. It's great. Recently, I just signed a contract, so I'll be moving down to Virginia once I graduate from Williamson.
So you've already got a job?
Already got a job.
And you got no debt?
No debt.
How's that feel?
It's unbelievable. I told my family, my girlfriend this, and like they were really happy. Like the hardest part was deciding what company to pick. I didn't know I was going to come across that, you know, that decision.
Each year, Williamson puts on a career fair for its juniors and seniors.
We average about 75 graduates a year, and in a normal year prior to COVID, we had 198 companies from 20 states. They pay money to come here, and the only thing they're promised is that they get an opportunity to interview the students and compete to hire them.
I have 3 job offers and just, you know, trying to make a decision now.
We tell every kid that comes here, like, nobody is asking to pay back the almost $100,000 it costs to put you through 3 years of this, but the one thing that you do owe us is whatever company you sign on with should be back here next year saying, I need 10 more guys like Kevin. Like, he's the best guy I got, and I need more guys like that. And if you do that, you've upheld your responsibility, because those opportunities will be available for the rest of the Williamson guys that come through the pipeline.
I'm closer to guys here than I am to guys that I knew for years, if that makes sense. Freshmen, juniors, seniors, it doesn't matter. I feel like they all have my back.
Okay, back porch, looking good. I love this Ipe, Deliandro. This is a nice look.
Yeah, it came out really nice, right?
It did. So now railing, huh?
Yeah, so we have this cable railing system that we're gonna be putting up. First thing we gotta do is set up hole space, like locations. We are setting them like 1 3/4 inches from the deck.
Okay. So I like this system, Deliandro. So they got a bracket here, which sits on top of the posts, which will screw in, but then they leave you the flanges.
Yeah, so that flange is meant to secure the top rail.
So we can screw up underneath into your top rail.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, here's the second rail. Tell me where.
So you could clamp it right there.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay, so you're just gonna take the angle off of that?
We're just gonna mark it right over here where these two parts meet together.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, just connect the dots.
Smart.
Run the line.
Yeah, I think I would have screwed that one up. Okay.
So I'm gonna hold on to that end. I'm gonna bring this one up to you.
Oh yeah, that is gonna do it. Nice. Okay, that's nice and tight. It's looking pretty good. So no plumb cut here.
Yeah, no plumb cut, Kevin, just because we don't want people to get caught, on the sharp angle that creates because of that. So I think that square cut would better, safer for the stair and the stairs.
Makes sense. All right. So ready for the cabling system?
Ready for the cabling system. There's a piece of cable that we have cut.
Okay. A bunch of fasteners here.
A little longer than we needed, just so we can make sure that we have enough slack and trim this properly. So now we're gonna clamp this end.
They give us one to thread the cable in.
Yep.
Let's see if I can get that in there. Nice.
All right, can you hold that up for me?
Can. So system comes with a crimper.
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
That go through. And then they give you this piece that's threaded. Is that pulling some of the slack out?
Yeah.
All right, how's that?
Very tight.
Tight enough?
Yeah.
So how many more do we have to go?
You got 9 more to go.
9 more. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good. We're getting some weather. You want to help me take care of that door?
Want to button up the house?
Yeah, you know, might as well.
So what do you want to put in?
So I have this door over here that is a single light with the side light over here, left-handed door, a wood core over here, fiberglass skin. The jamb is made of wood.
Okay. Like the composite, right? I mean, it's an exterior door, so that should hold up for us.
Yeah, exactly. So we like that because it makes it a little bit easier to keep up with the door, with the outdoors,
Okay. So flashing?
Yeah. So originally I wanted to have this stretch tape over here.
Yeah.
But we got a little bit of rain. You can try as hard as you want, but it won't stick to it.
Okay.
So we're gonna use a different method. We're gonna use lead.
Old school, huh?
Old school method, yep. So we're gonna go over this, make it like a nice pin, yep. We wanna run some bead of 100% silicone on it.
This is gonna be our seal to the floor.
Yeah, exactly. So we wanna have this passing about 1.5 inches over the
inside.
Yeah.
And we know lead lasts hundreds of years. We've done a lot of stories on removing lead paint from homes, but I can see that since the lead is under the door jamb, it's not going to be accessible, so that's safe.
So now we're going to do the vertical flashing.
So the stretch tape is grabbing really well on that dry wood. I really like how it stretches to fit and how it adheres to different types of surfaces.
A couple of beads of silicone over here, Kevin, and then we'll get the door in. All right. Push it against me. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Just something temporary for us?
Temporary, yeah. So now this way we can check for level. Door needs to go, it needs to go that way. That looks good. So now I'm gonna add some shims. So Kevin, just checking for plumb front to back. Looks perfect over here. So right now I'm looking at left to right and the plumb is dead on. So now I'm gonna check if my door frame is bowing in any way because I've added some shims in the middle. That could push the jamb on the opposite side. So it looks really good over here. So now I'm gonna drive this screw through the shims so we can secure the door properly. So now I'm gonna check the door, it's square. Got 97 1/4. $97 1/4.
Nice.
So we're just going in with some low expansion spray foam, closing it these gaps, make sure that everything's tight.
Looking good?
Looking good.
Nice swing, I like that.
Nice plumb.
Not swinging on its own, so nice and plumb. Okay, good to have the house finally weather tight.
Finally weather tight. Now just a little bit of hardware and some casing, and then we're done.
All right, nice job, Deliandro.
All right.
We're gonna do a running bond pattern here. It's a visual thing. Running bond at my feet tells me to keep going.
This pitch is perfect. It's gonna be great for drainage. Sheet off that way.
Right. I like to put this in with my hands only because it gives me a little bit of opportunity to work it in. Yep, we should be good there.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Oh, that felt great.
Natural.
That is natural.
Look at you two
There
guys
you go.
dancing. Wow,
Yeah.
that is awesome. What a change, huh?
It's a huge transformation.
Yeah.
Big change.
Can I try it out?
What do you
Oh,
think?
yeah, I like that. What is that, an 18?
18 all day.
Or is that a 19?
No, I have a
you got a
tape.
good gauge.
I have a tape. 18.
All right, well, good work, guys. And we got a lot more work to do, and all of that's going to be coming up next time. So until then, I'm Kevin O'Connor.
I'm Mark McCullough.
I'm Jenn Nawada.
This old house here in West Roxbury. Next time on This Old House, we'll add some luxury to the master bath by putting electric heat in the floors. So at this stage, are you pretty much ready to tile?
It is ready for time, yep.
Beautiful.
And we'll be installing a brand new bathtub in the kids' bathroom.
And I'll be helping the homeowner and his son install drywall in the attic. All right, let's see if it fits. Perfect, nice job.